All right, Chair Julian, we're ready to go whenever you are.
I am ready.
Chair Julian will start us off.
What's that?
Chair Julian will start us off first.
Okay, we will be docking late arrivees. But since you don't get paid anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's PTO.
Chair Julian, can you hear us? I don't think they can hear us. Chair Julian, I think we're experiencing some technical difficulties. I see your mic on, but we can't hear you.
I don't know if they can hear us either.
Can you hear us in Santa Barbara? Nope.
We're on air here, so.
Oh, can you
Steve?
hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, Chair Julian, we're
Are we
ready to
good?
go whenever you are.
Okay, I am ready. We'll call the meeting to order of January 15th, the Santa Barbara County Air Pollution Control District Board of Directors. Will the clerk please call roll?
Director Lee?
Here.
Director Capps? Director Hartman? Director Nelson?
Here.
Director Lavanino?
Here.
Director Silva?
Here.
Director Clark? Director Perotti?
Here.
Director Mosby?
Here.
Director Rouse?
Here.
Director Patino?
Here.
Director Brown?
Here.
And Chair Julian.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. At this time, will you please stand with me and join the board for the Pledge of Allegiance? Ready? Begin? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First item of business is election of chair and vice chair for the 2026. And who's going to handle that?
I could kick us off. In your board packet, we had a list out for the previous 10 years of the chair and the vice chair. For 2025, as we know, Julian was the chair, Lavanino was the vice chair. We, as a board, have historically rotated between a board of supervisor and a city council, and tradition is to move from a vice chair position up to chair, just as reference historically for our agency.
And so Steve was the vice chair?
Yes.
How do you like being chair, Steve?
You just found out about it.
Yeah, I just found out about it. I forgot I was vice chair all year, so I will. Yes, I will. I'll go ahead and accept chair. And then, don't we normally do how city, right?
Yes.
Do we do north and south, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right, so let's leave it open for vice chair. Anybody interested?
I would be curious if Mayor Brown might be interested. At a solving.
I'll second that.
We call it voluntold here. So I'll make the motion for the 2026 year to have Director Lavanino as chair and Director Brown as vice chair.
I'll second that.
Okay, that's yours, Steve.
We
All
do have
right, so I
to-
guess we'll take a roll call on that, please.
Yes, thank you. Director Lee?
Aye.
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 Director Silva?
Aye.
Director Perotti?
Aye.
Director Mosby?
Aye.
Director Rouse?
Aye.
Director Patino?
Aye.
Director Brown?
Aye.
And Director Julian.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right. Well, Mayor Julian, Director Julian, thank you for chairing last year. Appreciate it. All right. So we will now, next item of business is closed session. And will the clerk please read the item into the record?
Closed session, item D1, conference with labor negotiators, Government Code, Section 54957.6, District Designated Representative, Aaron Arlen Janay, Employee Organizations, Engineering and Technicians Associations, Service Employee International Union Local 620, and unrepresented employees, management and confidential.
Okay, we'll now adjourn to closed session. And do you know how much time do you think we're thinking about? 15, 20 minutes? Okay. Those. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was the problem. A couple people weren't. Okay, we're back. We are back. We're now reconvening from closed session. Ms. Richardson, can you please report out from closed session?
Good afternoon. In closed session today, the board conducted a conference with labor negotiators under Government Code Section 45957.6 with the district designated representative Aaron Arlen Janay. The involved employee associations were ETA, SEIU Local 620, and unrepresented employees, management, and confidential, and the board took no reportable action.
Outstanding. Okay, so that takes us to the next item of business, the approval of minutes of the October 16th, 2025 meeting. Is there any discussion on the minutes?
Move to approve. Oh, and I'll second.
Okay, Hartman and Silva. Clerk, please take a roll.
Director Lee?
Aye.
Director Hartman? Director Nelson?
Aye.
Director Julian?
Aye.
Director Silva?
Aye.
Director Perotti?
Aye.
Director Mosby?
Aye.
Director Rouse?
Aye.
Director Patino?
Aye.
Director Brown?
Aye.
And Chair Lavanino.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, that takes us to the approval of the administrative items. Madam Clerk, is there any administrative items pulled by the public?
There was no administrative items pulled by the public.
Okay, do any of my board members wish to pull any items from the administrative agenda? Anybody from Santa Maria? Not hearing or seeing anybody? Can I get a
No.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve from Silva? Second, Hartman. Can I get a motion, please? Can I get a roll call, please?
Director Lee?
Aye.
Director Hartman? Director Nelson?
Aye.
Director Julian?
Aye.
Director Silva?
Aye.
Director Perotti?
Aye.
Director Mosby?
No.
Director Rouse?
Aye.
Director Patino?
Aye.
Director Brown?
Aye.
And Chair Lavanino.
Aye.
Motion passes 10-1.
All right, next item is the director's report. Ms. Arlen Janay, can you give a report to the board, please?
If I can find it in my notes here. Here we go. All right, I'll keep this brief. Last week, the CAPCOA board had the opportunity to do our annual retreat, and we were joined by representatives of CARB. We had Steve Cliff, the executive officer, and I think 3 or 4 of his deputy executive officers as well. We were able to spend a solid day with CARB talking about the Air District priorities and CARB priorities going into the new years. This was basically a great opportunity to try to align our focus and our resources so we can efficiently implement some key initiatives. Of particular interest for Santa Barbara, I'd like to mention 3 items. The first one is CARB's landfill methane gas regulation. In November 2025, they modified their methane gas regulation. They incorporated a lot more reporting and tracking requirements that will apply to the landfills in Santa Barbara County. District staff are now working with CARB to determine the most efficient way to implement the changes. We have an existing MOU for the regulation that was in place prior to the November meeting. We're going to need to modify that MOU and bring it back to your board. There's a lot of interpretation of the regulation that's passed that we need as districts across the state, better understanding of how best to implement. There's going to be a 15-day packet with minor modifications to the regulation. CARB will be circulating shortly, and that's definitely with the MOU, something we'll be bringing back to your board for more discussion when we know more about it. Another program discussed was a satellite methane program. CARB has released satellites to help assist with evaluation of methane plumes throughout California. Methane plumes originate, once again, from landfills as well from oil and gas activities. When a leak is detected, CARB contacts the local district, and then we work with the local source to figure out what's going on with the plume, figure out how to bring it back into compliance, and then report back to CARB. In addition to the satellites, CARB is also issuing a request for proposals for community engagement program. They have $5 million where they're going to conduct community outreach and engagement statewide The state's divided into 3 areas. San Joaquin is one of the 3, and they're getting half of the funds, and then the other half is going to be split basically between the north and the south area. For Santa Barbara County, we're considered to be in the southern part of the community engagement program. Districts are concerned about community engagement grants and how we can ensure that we're there and helping with the messaging. So we're working with CARB to provide some oversight and review and input on the community organization's outreach role for this. And the last item that we discussed with CARB, I wanted to mention here, is a roadmap to reducing air toxics. This was a bit of a surprise to us. In the past, we've been trying to get some attention from CARB on some toxic air contaminants that we wanted their assistance on, and they've just said it takes a lot of time and resources for them to go through an air toxic control measure. Fortunately, they have a little bit more time on their hands now that the waivers aren't in place, and they're able to focus on reducing toxic emissions. So they're going to be working with CAPCOA on developing strategies to efficiently reduce cancer-causing toxic air pollutants statewide. They're going to develop a roadmap that outlines strategies, capabilities, our goals, the need to, I talk so loud. Oh, I'm sorry. Steps needed to achieve these goals, including resource needs, organizational improvements, and innovative partnerships. CARB's on a pretty quick timeline. They want to bring this roadmap to their board for consideration by the end of this year. So we'll definitely have more to talk about as we figure out exactly what's included and what the Air District's role will be. The last item I wanted to mention is our air quality sensors for schools and nonprofits and government buildings. I hope all you have a postcard in front of you. We continue our efforts to deploy over 150 low-cost sensors countywide to measure particulate matter. These sensors are a great resource during times when we are impacted from smoke, of wildfires or burns. The data is uploaded to the Fire and Smoke Map, that's EPA's Fire and Smoke Map, and provides a regional and neighborhood level picture of current air quality conditions. Funds for this program were secured through CAPCOA as well as the federal IRA grant, and they must be used by June of this year, June 2026. So it's a use it or lose it situation that we're under. To date, we've distributed news releases, issued e-blast, had direct correspondence with local schools with the postcard. We also are sending letters to principals and administrators of local schools. We're working with preschools, daycares, and other local government partners. Our Clean Air Ambassadors, when they're out in schools, they're also, one of our lessons plan is associated with these low-cost sensors, so they're able to share the opportunity for schools to partner with us as well. But we've only been able to deploy 20 of these sensors. So I'm asking for your assistance. If you have any leads to schools within your jurisdictions or government or nonprofit organizations that you think would be interested and available to host a sensor, send them our way. We don't want to lose these funds. Thank you. That's my report.
Director Silva.
Just in follow-up to that, is it possible also to get this in a digital format too, to make it easier to distribute?
Yep.
And how, of the lose it, how much is still on the table? Like how many sensors would you say we still?
130.
So we've done 20 of 150.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got work to do. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if we don't use them, we have to put them all in one spot. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, super hypersensitive there. Okay, do we have any public comment on the director's report?
Chair Lavanino, we did not receive any public comment on the director's report.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Arlen Janae. So that takes us to H. Now it's time for members of the public to speak on items that are not on today's agenda. Did we receive any requests to speak on items not on the agenda today?
Chair Lavanino, members of the board, we did receive one public comment from Amanda Clark from Coastal Blooms Nursery.
Okay, Amanda? Good afternoon.
Amanda, can you turn on the mic?
Good.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for your time. My name is Amanda Clark. I'm the compliance manager at Coastal Blooms Nursery, which operates cultivation, processing, packaging, manufacturing, and retail locations within Carpinteria and Goleta. I am here to respectfully request the board to direct staff to conduct the promised review of the cannabis permitting program's cost and effectiveness since the Rule 210 amendments became effective on July 1st, 2024. From January through July of 2024, we worked closely with APCD staff on the development of these amendments, which significantly increased duplicative cannabis permitting. During that process, we requested consideration of permit waivers for operators that already hold odor abatement plans approved and enforced by Planning and Development, given the overlap in regulatory scope. APCD instead adopted a cost recovery permitting program. This was unexpected for coastal zone operators who have been subject to robust odor control requirements for more than 7 years under the county's Cannabis Land Use Ordinance and Licensing Program. Our odor abatement plans are professionally certified by engineers, reviewed by county consultants, and then approved during land use permitting and enforced throughout the life of the project. At the time Rule 210 was implemented, APCD committed to coordinating with Planning and Development to minimize duplicative review and costs and to conducting a one-year program review with the Community Advisory Committee. To our knowledge, no Community Advisory Committee meeting has been scheduled to evaluate the program's actual costs or outcomes. Based on our experience obtaining 3 APCD permits, 2 under the amended rule, fees for comparable permits have increased by approximately 300% without a corresponding increase in regulatory scope, complexity, or demonstrated environmental benefit. We are not aware of any additional odor oversight being provided by APCD beyond what Planning and Development already requires and enforces. We respectfully ask the board to direct staff to complete the promised review and to either demonstrate how this program meaningfully improves odor management or provide permit waivers for operators whose odor control is already fully permitted and enforced by Planning and Development. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. So normally we don't comment on public comment, but I, for one, would like to ask it to be agendized for a future thing, because
Could I
yeah,
respond?
sure, I can go.
So for some background, at our February 2024 Community Advisory Council meeting, the CAC took action to recommend Rule 210 be forwarded to your board for consideration and approval. They also took a second recommendation that we report back on the overall effectiveness and impacts associated with our cannabis permitting process. So, and this was based on industry's representation at the CAC meeting and the concern about adopting a fee for post-harvest cannabis operations. We did decide to go on cost reimbursement process for the cannabis permitting to ensure that industry was not overpaying or undercharged for their services. Staff coordinates with County P&D and other agencies, other lead agencies if they have odor plans. Due to the need to try to remove any duplication in that process. And we also work to coordinate on our inspections. My staff is currently calculating the cost associated with the cannabis permit program, as well as the effort that we've done, and we'll be reporting back to the Community Advisory Council. If you'd like, I can follow that with reporting back to your board as well.
I mean, we're not agendized for today, but I mean, I would request that. We can talk about this offline too,
Okay.
so that we don't hold up the meeting and we're not talking about something we weren't agendized for, but I appreciate your
Okay.
explanation, and I think we're on the same page as just bringing more information back to the board. Great.
All right.
Thank you. Next item, we're moving to Section I, discussion items. Clerk, please read item I-1 into the record, please.
Discussion item I-1, appointment of the district board members to the following APCD committees: Executive Committee, Hearing Board Nominating Committee, and South Central Coast Basin-Wide Control Council. Appoint district board members to the following Air Pollution Control District committees: Executive Committee, Hearing Board Nominating Committee, and South Central Coast Basin-Wide Control Council as specified. 1, select 3 members of the board to serve on the Executive Committee during calendar year 2026. 2, select 5 members of the board to serve on the Hearing Board Nominating Committee during calendar year 2026. And 3, appoint 1 board member to serve as the primary representative and 1 board member to serve as the alternate to the South Central Coast Basin-Wide Control Council during the calendar year 2026.
Okay, so why don't we take these in 3 steps? So 3 members of the board serve on the executive committee, generally chair, vice chair, and past chair. So we'll have Director Brown. You took the, okay, you didn't know that it was you were also gonna be on the executive committee. So myself, Director Brown, and Director Julian. You okay with that, Everstone?
Yes, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So let's talk about, let's go to number 2, 5 members of the board to serve on the hearing board nominating committee. Who is on that now, or who generally does that?
You have representatives from each of the Board of Supervisor districts. So you have for first, you have Lee for first, Perotti, you're for the second district, Hartman's third, Nelson's fourth, and Patino's fifth.
Okay. Are we all good with those still, or does everybody's good? Director Patino?
That's fine with me.
You're good still? Okay. Very good.
I'm good.
Good. So then let's go to South Central Coast Basin Control Council. We need a primary and an alternate. Who's on there now?
Director Perotti is the primary and Director Silva is the alternate.
You want to stay that way? Are you good? Everybody good? Okay. So is it clear to the clerk what we have?
It is clear. We just need a motion and a second.
Okay, and we're good with the way it's, okay, can I get a motion then?
Motion to approve slate as presented?
Nelson seconds.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Let's do a roll call, please.
Director Lee?
Aye.
Director Hartman?
Aye.
Director Nelson?
Aye.
Director Julian?
Aye.
Director Silva?
Aye.
Director Perotti?
Aye.
Director Mosby?
Aye.
Director Rouse?
Aye.
Director Patino?
Aye.
Director Brown? And Chair Lavanino.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, excellent. You know, I didn't ask for public comment on I-1, but I didn't see any. Are we good?
We received no public comment
Okay,
on item
great.
I1.
So let's go to discussion item I-2. Clerk, please read that item into the record.
Discussion item I2, Clean Air Fund Program Update. Consider recommendations as follows. 1, receive and file a presentation on the Clean Air Fund Program Update. And 2, approve and authorize the District Air Pollution Control Officer to implement projects utilizing the Clean Air Fund in the Buellton community, not to exceed $60,000 within 5 years by entering into agreements with the Buellton Union School District and a contractor to be determined to develop an interactive educational outdoor air quality exhibit at the Santa Ynez Valley Children's Museum in Buellton, subject to review and approval by District Council, Risk Management, and Auditor Controller.
All right. We have a presentation today by Planning Division Supervisor Jim Frederickson.
All right, Jim.
Hi. Good afternoon, Chair Lavanino. Congratulations.
Oh, wow, thank you.
And board members. Today we're here to provide an update of our district's Clean Air Fund program that began almost 7 years ago, uses settlement funds to finance a variety of air quality projects located throughout Santa Barbara County. We're also here to seek board approval to use $60,000 in Clean Air funds from a recent settlement payment for 2 projects in the Buellton community that will specifically benefit children and will be discussed later in this presentation. Next slide. The Clean Air Fund program was established by your board in March 2019 to give the district flexibility to implement projects that provide positive community health benefits but don't meet traditional grant guidelines such as our Carl Moyer program. Since that time, your board has approved the use of Clean Air funds for 8 projects, 3 of those projects in the 2020-2021 timeframe, and 5 Lompoc projects in 2025. In 2020, $100,000 was approved for the second cycle of our Landscape Equipment Electrification Fund, or LEAF program. The district issued 28 vouchers to commercial landscape businesses, and 436 pieces of electric landscape equipment were funded. In 2021, $300,000 was approved and an agreement executed as part of the California Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Project, or Cal EVIP, described in detail in our board letter. 2 electric vehicle charging station projects were funded locally, including 4 DC fast chargers at both the City of Santa Barbara parking lot number 10, known
Jim?
as the Ortega Garage.
Jim, I'm sorry, can you speak into the mic?
Oh, move this up? Well, I'm not Shaq. I mean,
Santa Maria just has a hard time hearing.
oh, sorry about that. Should I start over from the beginning, or?
I meant the acoustics in Santa Maria. It's hard to hear when
Oh.
you're remote.
What? Sorry, just kidding. Okay, I'll start over with that one bullet. Okay, $300,000 was approved as an agreement executed as part of the California Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Project, or Cal EVIP, described in detail in our board letter. 2 electric vehicle charging station projects were funded locally, including 4 DC fast chargers at both the City of Santa Barbara parking lot number 10, known as the Ortega Garage, and also at the Travelodge Motel in Santa Maria. Approximately $100,000 in unutilized Cal EVIP funds are to be refunded to the district this fiscal year and reused next fiscal year for board-approved Clean Air Fund projects. Also in 2021, $100,000 was approved to establish and implement the Clean Air Rooms pilot program. Over a 1-year period, nearly 800 indoor air purifiers were distributed for free in Guadalupe to local residents, a senior center, and an elementary school. Next slide. In June 2025, the board approved the use of $325,000 in clean air funds for 5 projects in the Lompoc community. The first project will improve indoor air quality at the Lompoc Family YMCA, which has a current membership of more than 1,000 teens and 300 adults. The Lompoc YMCA currently operates its facility as a clean air center during periods of natural disaster and provides free shelter, showers, food, and water to the community. An agreement was executed in November 2025 with the Lompoc YMCA, and the district committed up to $20,000 to maintain their 5 heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, or HVACs, and replace approximately 300 high-efficiency air filters over a 5-year period. The second project will improve the indoor air quality at the City of Lompoc Dick DeWeese Community and Senior Center. Approximately 1,000 adults use the center weekly for exercise and dance classes, weddings, church services, and training courses. The Dick DeWeese Community and Senior Center is an ideal location for a clean air center where residents could congregate during wildfire season when smoke impacts cause unhealthy air quality. Execution of an agreement with the City of Lompoc is still pending approval in February by the Lompoc City Council. The district will commit up to $40,000 to maintain their 10 HVAC systems and replace approximately 320 high-efficiency air filters over a 5-year period. That'd be a lot of filters. The third project will improve the indoor, next slide. Third project will improve the indoor air quality at the Lompoc Boys and Girls Club, which supports hundreds of children through sports, recreation, art, education, and meal assistance programs. The Boys and Girls Club is an ideal clean air center for Lompoc children in the case of smoke impacts from a wildfire. An agreement with the Boys and Girls Club was executed yesterday. The district committed up to $50,000 to install and maintain 2 new energy-efficient HVAC systems and also replace approximately 90 high-efficiency air filters over a 5-year period. Next slide. The fourth project is to improve the indoor air quality at 2 Lompoc elementary schools by replacing their 60-year-old classroom furniture with new ultra-low emitting formaldehyde composite wood classroom furniture. An agreement was executed in December 2025 with the Lompoc Unified School District, and the Air District plans to spend up to $200,000 to fund the replacement of wood furniture in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade classrooms over a 5-year period. This will annually benefit approximately 400 students and teachers at these 2 schools. Next slide. The fifth and final project is for the district to enhance our working relationships and partnerships with external organizations in the Lompoc community, which has already begun. As future outreach events occur in Lompoc, they will be shared with your board through the public outreach update board letters. The district has a dedicated outreach budget of $15,000 for this overall effort. Okay, we now shift our focus to the city of Buellton, shown on this aerial map. In August 2025, the Santa Barbara County District Attorney reached a $620,000 settlement against Central Coast Agriculture, which operates a cannabis processing facility located at 8701 Santa Rosa Road, shown on the left as a bright green rectangle on the map. Central Coast Agriculture illegally operated at least 16 diesel generators to power refrigeration units storing frozen cannabis, as illustrated in the photo on the bottom right. $260,000 of the settlement was awarded to the district, and 25% of those funds are proposed for 2 Clean Air Fund projects in Buellton. The first project is with the Oak Valley Elementary School, part of the Buellton Union School District, highlighted as yellow square. The second project is with the San Ynez Valley Children's Museum, highlighted as the small red square in the middle. Next slide. The Oak Valley Elementary School is an ideal location to improve indoor air quality and become available as a clean air center during wildfire season. On weekdays, the school serves 400 elementary students, 100 adult staff, 20 preschool students, and 140 additional elementary students as part of the Boys and Girls Club after-school program. The district proposes to provide up to $20,000 to maintain 38 HVAC systems for a one-year period and also fund the semi-annual replacement of 70 high-efficiency air filters. Next slide. The San Ynez Valley Children's Museum is a partnership with the City of Buellton and is scheduled to be open to the public in 2026. The mission of the museum is to provide educational, open-ended play in an outdoor setting for children. The district's goal is to partner with the museum to do a call for projects to design and build an interactive educational exhibit that can be part of the museum and engage children on the importance of clean air. A total of $40,000 is proposed for this project. A conceptual layout of the San Ynez Valley Children's Museum is shown on the right. The district envisions a hands-on creative type of exhibit similar to our Catching Air exhibit shown in the lower left that the district installed 10 years ago at the Santa Maria Valley Discovery Museum. Catching Air teaches the concept of air movement by allowing people to insert and redirect small light objects into these floor-to-ceiling pneumatic tubes. I recently visited the museum, and Catching Air is still in operation, very popular, and based on my firsthand experience, it's very enjoyable to play with. Next slide. This table provides a summary of the two proposed Clean Air Fund projects with their estimated costs. If one of the projects is not fully implemented, the funds may be redistributed to the other approved project. The total expenditure for both projects combined is not to exceed $60,000. Next slide. Here are our recommendations to the board. Receive and file this Clean Air Fund program update. Approve and authorize the Air Pollution Control Officer to enter into a memorandum of agreements with the two proposed Buellton project partners, not to exceed $60,000. The memorandum of agreements would be subject to review and approval by District Council, Risk Management, and the Auditor Controller. And next slide. That concludes my presentation. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions from our directors? Director Nelson.
Yes. Excuse me. Thank you, Chair Lavanino. So once we expend these funds, what is our balance in this program?
I don't have that number off the top of my head.
Do we have a range at
We-
all? I mean, just kind of help me out. We still have a couple 100,000 left? Do we have a million
we do.
left? What do we have?
And what, I don't know the exact number.
It's in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, and it would be something we'd consider in the budget that we're working on right now.
Okay. Just curious on what this leaves us
Yeah.
with for future projects.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Any questions from Santa Maria?
No, thank you.
Okay. Do we have any public comment on this?
Chair Lavanino, members of the board, we did not receive any public comment on this item.
Okay. So can I get a motion? A second?
Motion to approve expenditures as approved and to receive and
Second.
file. Great.
Second by
We got
Bettina.
there.
All right. Roll call, please.
Director Lee.
Aye.
Director Hartman. Director Nelson.
Aye.
Director Julian.
Aye.
Director Silva.
Oh, aye.
Director Parodi.
Aye.
Director Mosby.
Aye.
Director Rouse.
Aye.
Director Patino.
Aye.
Director Brown.
Aye.
And Chair Lavanino.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
And Jim, you're not done yet. Oh, you're back up. We have some further items.
Well, you didn't want a resolution, you didn't want to be recognized by the board, but I definitely wanted to take the opportunity to recognize you. Jim will be retiring in March after 35-plus years of experience working for the APCD. I think he's done just about everything planning. From what you've seen here today, from emissions inventory, the ozone plan, rural development, grants program, and incentives, our Clean Air Ambassadors program, and he's been a mentor for a lot of staff recently as he's been the supervisor. So I just wanted the opportunity for the board to recognize Jim for all of his dedication for cleaning up the air in Santa Barbara County and really contributing to our agency and allowing us to operate very efficiently. So congratulations, Jim, on a great career.
Thank you.
And we'll be looking for you soon on the roads.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It's been an enjoyable ride. Aaron has been the best APCO. I've worked under like 5 or 6 APCOs. Aaron's been the best, so you're in good hands.
Great.
Anyway, and great staff too. I mean, the management team is top notch. So
Awesome.
thank
What are you going to do in your retirement?
I'm looking forward to not thinking about work. You know, nights, weekends, you know, insomnia. Oh yeah, make a note. Don't forget that tomorrow. Yeah, so not having that hanging over my head. That's first thing. And I told my staff, you know, my primary goal is actually to exercise a lot more, and you know, I want to shed like 100 pounds and you know, look like Steve. You know.
Chair Lavanino?
Yes.
Yes, he's more than welcome to continue helping with our food bank in Guadalupe. He stands out because he's a little taller than most of the people there, but he really fits into the community of Guadalupe, and we appreciate his efforts and APCD's efforts for going out and reaching out to our community. So thank you, and good luck in your retirement, sir.
Thank you, Mayor Julian. Appreciate that. I'll definitely come and visit you.
Yeah, okay, great.
All right, and with that, this meeting is going to be rebroadcast on Sunday, January 18th at 5 o'clock on Santa Barbara County TV Channel 20, and we are adjourned. Our next meeting is 1 o'clock on March 19th. All right.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.